Manchester United transfer news. Bruno Fernandes willing to stay on one condition. During the previous transfer window, Bruno Fernandes was particularly coveted. Next summer, the Manchester United captain is ready to remain at the club, but only if a very specific condition is respected by the end of the season. In the quagmire of last season, Bruno Fernandes is one of the rare Manchester United players who maintained a consistent level. With 19 goals scored and 20 assists provided, the Portuguese playmaker did not hide. This was not sufficient to avoid a catastrophic season for the Red Devils. This summer, Saudi Arabia attempted to convince him to leave the Premier League. Despite the tempting offers, Bruno Fernandes did not leave Manchester United, a choice greatly appreciated by Manchester supporters. However, according to information from BBC Sport, the 31-year-old attacking midfielder, often used a notch lower this season by Ruben Amorim, has imposed a condition on his directors. If the English club do not qualify for the Champions League at the end of the season, then the player will definitely leave Manchester. Bruno Fernandes wants to play Champions League with Manchester United. The condition for Bruno Fernandes to remain at Manchester United therefore involves qualification for the Champions League. A logical objective for a prestigious club like the Red Devils, but which seems difficult to achieve in the current state. After 7 matchdays played, Manchester United are in 10th place in the league, but only 4 points from the qualifying places for the Champions League. Moreover, Manchester United have an advantage over their main competitors, a more favourable fixture list. Indeed, the Manchester Giant are not playing in European competition this season and have already been knocked out of the League Cup. Ruben Amorim can easily focus on the Premier League. Finally, depending on English clubs' results this season on the European scene, 5th place in England is likely to be qualifying for the Champions League. If Manchester United want to keep Bruno Fernandes, they must therefore achieve a successful season. Manchester United transfer. Newcastle look to pip Red Devils to £75 million. Manchester United transfer news. Newcastle look to pip Red Devils to £75 million. Midfielder 18+ commercial content #TNCS apply gambleaware.org Axel Clodder certified author update icon October 17, 2025 Eddie Howe Newcastle's head coach Eddie Howe. Newcastle's management intend to position themselves for a Premier League midfielder who is on Manchester United's radar. Interested in recruiting a midfielder, Manchester United are ready to bring back for free a former player with 7 matches played. Everton's English midfielder James Garner invited to embark on a new cycle in their midfield with the possible departures of Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo in summer 2026. Ruben Amorim's Red Devils are multiplying targets to find the lucky one and are also thinking about another profile playing in the Premier League. The Manchester directors appreciate Elliot Anderson, Nottingham Forest's young England international. Called up for the first time by Thomas Tuchel's Three Lions during the September gathering, the 22-year-old player has been struggling with his club since the start of the 2025-26 season. 17th in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest have already changed manager and the arrival on the bench of Ange Postecoglou has not allowed the City ground-based side to regain their colours. But the list of his suitors continues to grow. Manchester United and Newcastle fixed on Elliot Anderson's price. Manchester United are not the only outfit in the running. Thus, according to information given by Team Talk, Newcastle are willing to play a dirty trick on the Manchester side. The Magpies coached by Eddie Howe are considering bringing back the Whitley Bay native, under contract until June 2029. Because it should be recalled that Elliot Anderson was trained at Newcastle before playing 55 matches for the first team, until his sale to Nottingham Forest for £35.2 million. Besides Manchester United and Newcastle, Chelsea and Manchester City are also monitoring his case. Linked to a market value of £27.4 million, Elliot Anderson will in the event of a departure be sold for a sum much more substantial than his current price set by Transfermarkt. The Reds would be demanding £75 million for their number 8, who has played 9 matches since the start of this campaign. Manchester United preparing £61 million offer for lethal Italy international. It's been another frustrating campaign for Manchester United under Ruben Amorim. Under the Portuguese boss, who boasts the worst win percentage of any permanent manager this century, the club has won 3 of their 7 Premier League games this term, drawing 1. And losing the other 3. Despite a slight improvement on last season, United still sit 10th in the Premier League, miles off their historic standards. And with a brutal run of fixtures ahead, pressure is mounting fast despite a major summer overhaul that saw Brian Mbeumo, Benjamin Eko, and Mateus Cunha arrive for big money. The trio have combined for just 3 Premier League goals, a return far below expectations. Now, it appears Amorim wants to double down on his attacking rebuild by bringing in yet another proven finisher. United preparing Matteo Retegui bid. According to a new report from Tuttosport, Manchester United are weighing up a £61 million bid to sign Italy international Matteo Retegui from Saudi Arabian side Al Qadsiya. The 25-year-old striker moved to the Gulf state in the summer following a prolific spell in Serie A, where he finished as top scorer with 25 goals for Atalanta. Since his switch to the Saudi Pro League, Retegui has continued his rich vein of form, netting 3 goals in his first 4 appearances, labelled as lethal. For his ruthless finishing and movement inside the box, the Italian has also been on fire. For his national team, scoring 5 times in 6 matches for Italy in 2025. Reports suggest United are ready to match the £61 million Al Qadsiya paid for him, viewing Retegui as a potential solution to their chronic lack of goals. However, given the club's ongoing struggles, both on the pitch and financially, committing another massive fee to yet another forward could raise serious questions about the direction of Amorim's rebuild for a side already misfiring in attack, splashing out again on an expensive striker might be more desperation than design.